I'd like to show you all how this badger taxidermy I talked about is coming out, and you can see I've taken some parts of the fur to cover other parts of the structure to kind of get it evened out, and how there's places where there's little cracks in between the fur that I'm going to find a way to fill in, little ear holes and little places underneath, and probably going to paint it out to make it like the American flag, maybe. To be more precise, I will probably paint this area under the chin with red and white stripes. Maybe fill in some of these little cracks with blue paint and put on some little white dots to be the stars. And maybe for these holes that are in the ears, probably I'd say paint them purple where they're shaped like hearts to kind of have a resemblance to a veteran's purple heart. There was a previous video that some got to see and some didn't, but since that time, there has been a change of plan as to how he'd be finished, and the change had been followed through. You can see I have removed some pelt, some fur from the underside just to cover the chin and certain other areas it was missing, and I took some metallic gold and metallic white fabric paint to fill in the little spaces between the fur and brushed it down. You may note there are some places where it had to be brushed over to line up with the paint, and it did make some of the fur have some dried up paint in it, not smooth like the rest, but nothing is perfect the first time you do it. And I took a door from an old TV stand we threw out and decided to make that the base, and we might even put some air dry clay around it to look like rocks or mud to make it more environmental. I would be happy to share with you all that some extra has been added to the badger. I took some DOS air dry clay that is red and kind of put it all around to kind of make it look like it's on a mount of mud or dirt. One thing I've experimented with and will finally have it go in when it dries is these two little baby badgers that I made out of denim that are going to go right in here in her front. One last thing I'd like to share about this little badger is that I have added the little denim babies that I've sewed and stitched out of old jeans to put right under her. I'd say that I don't know whether the felt was a him or a her when it was alive, but it might as well be a her if it has babies now. So that's what I'm going to make it down to be. So I like it this way.